Hello, hello. I hope all is well. My name is Sukhum and welcome to another live stream episode of the Sukhum Show. It is episode 4 today, and we have a few topics on the agenda. And before we dig right into it, I want to start sharing some little quotes to start off the show. I think it's fitting with some of the things that's been going on. It could be random quotes, and I hope you guys take something away from that too. And this is something that kind of got my day going, so I'll share this with you. And the quote goes, "People don't remember what you say, people don't remember what you do, but they will always remember how you make them feel." I believe Maya Angelou said that. Okay, well, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. And take that away and see what you can apply that to in your life. Awesome. All right. Today's topic is why you should live stream. And I think everyone should be live streaming if you are making content. And it doesn't matter what your medium is, but live stream is so huge right now in the sense of like how much of an impact it can have on you. So I'll share definitely for myself the confidence level and my ability to speak openly into a camera. Like I've done this probably for the last 2 weeks straight, and I'm loving it. And I feel like it's just a great way to really build up your communication skill. And think about this from another perspective. Actually, here you go. 3 reasons for me that why you should live stream. So the first one is there's 0 to minimal edits for your videos. So you just got to be intentional with your content. Start thinking about what you want to say, and that's it. You're just going to post this and you're all done. There's no editing afterwards, you know? Now I get it. There's a lot of creators out there who loves the editing process. They love that at the end of it, they created some kind of almost like a mini movie, and they created this like masterpiece to them, and it's a feeling of accomplishment. And kudos to you. I mean, I think there's nothing against that. If that is what drives you, absolutely do that. But I feel like you should still live stream here or there, ultimately, because sooner or later, you're going to have to promote your channel. You're going to have to promote your content sooner or later. And I would challenge you, because using live stream, you're going to improve your ability to communicate. Now, whether you're in a one-on-one setting, whether you're in a group, a seminar, you're a keynote speaker, you're going to get better at communicating. This live stream is raw and unedited. You're not going to have time to edit your ums and out of the conversation. You're going to be a better communicator just by live streaming. And that's one huge takeaway I think we can definitely all learn and grow from too. So the other one would be time intentional. It does keeps you on a practice of being time intentional. So whether you're creating a content that's 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour long, know that it's going to build you the routine of doing something consistent. And if you're starting off, like, so there's a medium, there's a couple of topics right now about people challenging new live streamers to go long, like 30 minutes, an hour long, because in hopes of someone else notice that you're live streaming, and then it'll give them time to jump in and interact. While I think that's really great when you're bigger and you have a lot of audience and depth, might not be so great if you are starting off. Unless you have like a scheduled routine, that's the exception. But if you're starting off, I feel like it might be better to stick with something short and minimal and communicate to your audience of that consistency. Meaning that, hey, I'm going to be live streaming every day at 10 o'clock. I'm not, though. I'm just using this as an example. And be on time, be consistent with that, so they know when you come on, here's the topic of conversation. I have a few topics I'm going to be talking about. Ideally, I'm going to be talking about 2 things, and then the third thing is going to be a little Q&A, a little open session with any of my audience member and any questions they might have. And one thing that I'm going to be reaching out for is posing a question for the next video. So if you watch this video, I'll have a question at the end. So that way, if you come back tomorrow, let's engage in some conversation, because I think we can spark a lot of things, not just for overall video views or anything like that, but just overall engagement, because I think one of the best ideas come from collaboration. And what better way to do it through live stream, because it builds this experience for people. So not only am I getting my first set of audience, the ones that are viewing this afterwards, but I'm also getting my first audience who are live and they're engaging and they get that experience. So I definitely encourage that too. I have a few people watching, so thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying. And so those are 3 things that I would say is a reason you should live stream. So definitely 1, 0 to minimal edits. 2, your time intentional. It builds a routine for you. And 3, it helps your ability to communicate, because as you grow your channel, you're building up. You're going to be, like I said, speaking in different settings, so that's going to build you up. Hey, Atomic Lola, you asked, what do you think about going long and then chopping up the final edit to make it shorter and more concise? I think that's a great point. I haven't done anything long myself. The longest one I've done was 25 minutes long, and it can get difficult for the second half of the audience. I mean, I'll speak to this too. Roberto Blake did a live stream for almost 3 hours. I actually watched the whole thing after the live stream, and it was a little rough at times. I didn't realize 3 hours was a big chunk of your time. So I will probably have to take that back and then work on that myself too, and see where the edits come in. Because for me, Atomic Lola, my intention would be definitely to cut out as much editing as possible, because I want to spend my time on just completely sharing my content and building my craft. And while editing is a great tool to have under my belt as a creator, but I don't think that's our focus. Because as you see our bigger, I know it's a 3-hour one, but as you see some of the bigger YouTubers now, what they're looking at is now they're leveraging that out. They're outsourcing it so that the editing part is not on their plate anymore. So I mean, if that's the end intention and that's where we're going sooner or later when we get so big, then why not start now and get better at our craft and just focus on that in the very beginning? So just a thought, and I just wanted to share that out. So love that. Thank you for the question. And so that's why I feel that you should live stream. It's going to keep building you up and keep making you get better too. Cool. The second topic of the day is going to be about the hashtag Omatum. If you guys didn't know, there is a challenge going on in May. Hashtag Omatum. OMADIM. 1 mile a day in May. And today is day 4. I did my run and I felt really good. I had some hard lessons yesterday, and I realized that you shouldn't eat so much before you're about to do a 1 mile run. And I don't know, my inner fatness just kicked in and I just kept eating. I was enjoying what I was eating. So note to self, don't eat so much. That was day 3. And day 4, I didn't. I was really good with it. And I got on that treadmill and I ran a mile and I felt like I crushed it. It was definitely great too. So another shout out goes to Bren Haas. I just did a interview with her, and we had a segment and we talked about the hashtag Omatum, and she posted a small snippet of the interview on the Facebook page. I'll link it below for you guys to check it out. Definitely, if you guys want to get back in shape, like I said, jump into it. The rules are simple. One is you just get 1 mile a day in, whatever way you want to get it in. It could be running, swimming, walking, biking, treadmill, any way you want. And the second one is just post it via social media somehow with the hashtag Omatum. And if you see other Omatum, support them. And tell them, great job, encourage them, and keep pushing forward for that one too. I'm looking forward to the interview that Bren did, so that's going to be really great. I'm excited to see that one too. All right, the very last bit of the show is going to be, excuse me, it's going to be a little bit of a Q&A and some live stream thoughts. And I really want to segue into this one just because there's some really good thoughts coming up, and I really wanted to engage in some really good conversation. So if you're in the live chats, again, I live stream Monday through Friday. I'm going to do it the first 15 minutes of the day, 10 p.m. up to 10, 15, maybe 10:20, depending on the engagement afterwards, for Eastern time, by the way, if you're watching this. And for this conversation, so I feel like live stream is starting to kick off. Like everyone's doing live stream, all the platforms, and there's been a really big push. Now, some things that I've seen in just the first couple weeks of doing this, and I haven't been really digging into it as much as I want to, is to really see on how does mobile streaming work. Meaning people out and about and they're streaming with Wi-Fi connection that aren't so great. What do we do with that? Atomic Lola, if you have any insight on that, like what kind of experience you have with like mobile live streaming, definitely put a comment below. That'll be great to see that. And some other things came up for us too would be like live interviews. How do I do a live stream interview with somebody? Like what apps, what's available that I don't always have to be in the office setting? Can I be out and about and do a live stream interview? So there poses some problems and issues that comes up for the live stream that we can definitely really drill into more and see more about it too. Because another portion of it will be, I stumbled across a few different apps where they actually offered money if you build a big enough following, build enough a subscriber base, and that you will definitely get more of it. Atomic Lola says, I haven't tried YouTube Live on mobile yet. Are there apps for that? The only one that I have is the current one I'm using. It's called Live Video Stream on YouTube. But I've tried this I only tried it in one area where I use my own internet provider Wi-Fi, and it wasn't that great. So you definitely have to find a good spot for Wi-Fi, and I feel like when you're out and about, it might not be the best. So I'm going to be digging more into that one. But the whole point here is like what's coming up for me is that this is just starting. Like you feel like a year in something that's going is still brand new, and there's a ton of opportunities for this, and I really would encourage people to like step into live streaming. And if you're brand new and you don't know anything about it, step right in, and then we'll learn it together. I don't know all the answers, but I want to really dig more into this, and I think this is a really great way. Not only are we building our craft and working on things like this, but we're able to be a part of something that's hot right now. It's really going through, and it's still something we are creating. I think that's really big. So whatever we can do for it, let's continue to learn more about it too. So Atomic Lola, if you have other learnings, I am always interested in hearing about the live stream and what we can do to get better and really work on it too. And like I said, once we build some kind of community around the live stream, I think there's going to be more people able to learn and really step into this realm of live streaming too. So the money app one was really interesting to me too, because it looks like some of those apps they're literally just creating videos, and they get enough likes, they end up trading it in and really working more on that too. Atomic Lola says, I'll have to try that app too. Yeah, absolutely, try that. It'll be really great. I just tried Be Live on Facebook, so that's connected directly to Facebook. So I did it as it's more of like an interview kind of chat. I haven't done solo, so I'm gonna look into that more. I did Zoom with Bren. That's the interview that we did, was on Zoom, and there was actually another Be Live. It might have been pronounced more Believe. It's one word. It's another live stream app too, and that one's actually, you get paid too for that one, which is funny. Well, it's not funny, but Periscope right now is the #1 live stream app. So, and I haven't tried Periscope yet. And there's a big community on Periscope. So I'll be looking more into Periscope. And Facebook actually is number 5 right now on the top live stream apps. So that's really interesting. YouTube is nowhere up there right now. It's still in its infancy. But yeah, some good stuff. Okay, 15 minutes into the show. Thank you, Atomic Lola, for being an audience. I appreciate it. As always, tomorrow I will be back again. And tomorrow I'll probably talk a little more about the live stream thoughts about the future. I love it. If you're back in here and you want to engage more in that conversation, definitely love to hear your perspective on like the future of live streaming. What do you think people are going to see from the whole live streaming atmosphere? So that'll be interesting. Yeah. I like it too. Atomic Lola says, interesting, Facebook Live is number 5. Yeah, definitely. It's really good to know that too. So I'll be definitely on there. I'll probably be doing a lot of my Omatum live stream on Facebook too. But yeah, if you're in here and you have the time, check me out again tomorrow, 10 p.m. Come ready and let's have some conversation around the future of live streaming. Love to hear your thoughts. What do you think? What's going to happen? Let's talk YouTube since this is the platform that we're looking into. And let's see how there's going. Atomic Lola says, I've tried Periscope. How is Periscope? I'm just curious. I haven't downloaded. I would say though, like almost all the apps, like, okay, so top 5 was more like, it was Periscope. It was Stringwire, I believe, Meerkat, and then there was, I think it's pronounced, it said hang with, it's hang, and it has a W/, so I'm assuming that's hang with, and then 5 is Facebook. So, and I feel like here's the thing with all the 5 apps, there is a community with every single one of them. It's like you're joining a brand new social media, and like every community, you're gonna have to engage and build a connection with them if you really want to grow, because I feel like that's the same thing with Twitter, with Facebook. You're gonna be not much engagement. Atomic Lola says not much engagement until you get a following on Periscope. Yeah, see, like that's gonna be rough too. Like I'm not sure how we're gonna do that too. But yeah, and that's the thing. We're gonna definitely dig more into King Monster. Sir, how you doing, man? Thanks for jumping in, man. Atomic Lola says, I like Facebook because I get big engagement right away with friends and family. Yeah, you mentioned that in your video. I think that's a really good point too. On Facebook, there's like that instant, I love those emojis that goes across the screen. Like it definitely feels, even without commenting, it's like right away interaction. And you get a lot of love from that too. So I'm actually really excited to do the Facebook live stream too as well. So definitely on that. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Again, the first 10 minutes is the content that I really focus on, why you should live stream, #Omatum. And then the very end, we did a little Q&A, some thoughts on live streaming in the future, what to look for, some apps that you can get money. I'm going to dig in more into that, and some live interviews and mobile live streaming. So great topic, great conversations. Let's continue tomorrow, 10 p.m. Come join me. We'll have some more live stream tips. I'll probably review and look over some more apps. More than likely, I'll probably talk about the Facebook live stream and how that's an impact and how I'm experiencing that too. So, Atomic Lola, great thoughts tonight. I like how you outline your format for the show. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. I want to keep it intentional. I want to make sure you guys are getting your content up front, even if you're watching this afterwards, and also engaging my live audience. I think it's important time. Like technically, I spent the last 9 minutes engaging with my audience that was live. So just giving you guys the time. I love you guys and I appreciate that, you know? So cool. Alrighty. This is Sukhum HING and the Sukhum Show signing off. Till next time. Take care, guys.